Here.
Mr. Dillon?
Here.
Ms. Fide?
Here.
Mr. Mystic?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mr. Rosanellis?
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, the first item on our agenda is approval of the January 16th, 2020 Plan Commission meetings.
We have a motion to accept the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Crompton?
Aye.
Ms. Fide?
Aye.
Mr. Mystic?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Rosanellis?
Aye.
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Mr. Dillon?
Aye.
Thank you. Next item is citizens to be heard on agenda items. This section is for anyone wanting to speak regarding items listed on the agenda, except for items listed under public hearing. Anyone speaking on an agenda item is entitled to speak for a maximum of 4 minutes. Okay, our next item on the agenda is old business, public hearing. We have no items. Old business, no public hearing. We have no items. Under new business, public hearing, our first item is A-3-20, and that is the annexation of 1.296 acres located at 21001 Rock Run Drive. Classification to R1, single-family residential zoning, and approval of an annexation agreement. The applicant in this matter is Christopher Ucho. I hope I pronounced that right. He is the owner, requesting annexation and classification to R1, single-family zoning. He is a City of Joliet employee and needs to establish municipal residency. Existing zoning is residential, unincorporated Will County. Again, it's 21001 Rock Run Drive, south of McDonough Street, 1.296 acres. The existing land use is single-family residential. To the north is residential, and that's unincorporated Will County. To the south is residential, unincorporated Will County. To the east is undeveloped, and that is the Joliet Junior College main campus. That has R1, single-family residential, City of Joliet zoning. To the west is farmland, but is zoned B2, City of Joliet Central Business zoning. We could find no previous cases under site history. And under special information, the petitioner, a City of Joliet employee, is requesting approval of an annexation for an existing single-family dwelling due to the home previously being purchased, and he needs to establish residency for employment. The R1 zoning request is in character with the surrounding single-family area and lot sizes. Sewer and water services are currently not readily available, and therefore the property would not need to connect to these services at this time. Anticipated future development in this area will likely result in water and sewer extensions on or near Rock Run Drive, which would allow the city to require water and sewer connections at that future time. And that completes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Do we have to get a petitioner on hand by chance?
Good afternoon. My name is Christopher Uco. Everything that was mentioned is why I'm petitioning to have my house annexed into the city. I'm a City of Joliet police officer, doing it to satisfy the requirements, and here to answer any questions that you guys may have tonight.
Okay. You aware if they ever get the water and sewer down there, you do have to hook up?
Yes, absolutely. I'm well aware of that and ready to incur that cost if need be.
Okay. How long have you been on?
Here since September, but I've been a police officer for over 11 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Any questions from the commissioners?
I got a couple. One was already answered, how long you've been employed by the city. The other is, when did you buy the property?
Right after I got employed with the city, so in October.
So you bought the property knowing that it's,
Yes.
they gave you, what, a year to get in?
18 months.
Okay, we got a, do we have any, city have any anticipation of annexing adjacent properties or that, anything in that area?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Any questions or concern from the public? Seeing none, do I have a motion for A-3-20?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Ms. Fidey?
Aye.
Mr. Mystic?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Rosanellis?
Aye.
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Mr. Crompton?
Aye.
Mr. Dillon?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is P-1-20, and that is the preliminary plat of US Route 30, Kellogg Street. And that is a minor subdivision, Unit 3. The applicant in this map, to the north, we have commercial uses with B3 zoning. To the south, east, and west, also commercial uses with B3 zoning as well. Under site history, we were able to find that the subject site was annexed and classified to B3 zoning in 1989. The original preliminary plat was approved in 1991, and a revised preliminary plat was approved in 1994 for US Route 30 Kellogg Street subdivision. Units 1 and 2 were approved in 1993 and 1994 respectively. Under special information, the preliminary plat for US Route 30 Kellogg Street minor subdivision, Unit 3, will create 2 commercial lots within the existing 1.5 acre lot. Chick-fil-A is requesting the subdivision in order to build their restaurant on future Lot 2, which will be 1 acre. The remaining half-acre lot, and that is Lot 1, is proposed for a future multi-tenant commercial building. There are no known users of the multi-tenant building spaces or a start time for that building currently. The new commercial development will utilize the existing main access drives to the shopping center site and the existing internal drives. A drive-through permit has previously been approved by the City Council for the Chick-fil-A drive-through. All public improvements, sewer and water connection fees, and the developer's impact fee will be required as per the requirements of the city's Public Works Department and the city's subdivision regulations. Landscaping will be required as per the city's zoning ordinance. And that concludes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, do we have the petitioner on hand?
Good afternoon. My name is Joe Vavrino with HR Green. I'm here on behalf of Chick-fil-A tonight.
You guys gonna build on Lot 2, right?
Correct.
And it was Lot 1, is that where the Lone Star was at right there?
Lot 1 is actually, it would be partially containing a portion of that existing building, yes.
Of the old Lone Star?
Of the old
right?
Lone Star. The balance of that building, which is the majority of it, is actually on Lot 2.
I see. And you guys are gonna build another building late down the road maybe, or
Not Chick-fil-A, they'll be selling Lot 1 off to a developer
to a developer?
that will build the multi-tenant retail building.
Nice to hear Chick-fil-A's coming to town. Questions from the commissioners?
I have a question. Because it's underground detention isn't needed then because it's the size of the lot then
There's regional detention provided for that whole subdivision.
for the whole thing? Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, okay. Do we have a motion for P-1-20?
So moved.
Second. Roll call?
Mr. Mystic?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Rosanellis?
Aye.
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Mr. Crompton?
Aye.
Ms. Fidey?
Aye.
Mr. Dillon?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next item, Mr. Chairman, is new business, no public hearing. We have no items. We have no items for study session. Old or new business, not for final action or recommendation. Does the commission have any items for discussion at this point?
We're gonna have a meeting on Monday. Who called the meeting, special meeting on Mondays?
That meeting was called by the staff, the administration, after we received the application and the timing of the review of the materials that were submitted created the need to have a special meeting because of the timing. And
Are you serving dinner at that one? I'm assuming it's gonna be very long.
I would suggest everyone eat a hearty meal before they before they come to the meeting.
Do we have any room concerns? I mean,
You know, the room is what it is. I think we'll try to do some things in the back there. If you recall, when we had the large meeting last year, we were able to accommodate a very large crowd. There will be overflow space out in the lobby area, and the monitors will be on in the lobby area, as well as the lower level.
And there's going to be some public meetings against this a week after, or a couple weeks after that.
Public meetings,
Well, not public, not for us, but for that group that doesn't want it.
oh, I'm not aware of anything that they've scheduled.
Has there been any plans or anything like that for any type of demonstration outside?
Not that I'm aware of.
Is everything 100% done? Yes or no?
When you say 100% done, are you?
Means
Staff
every
prepared, I
city
think.
requirement has been met, no matter what.
Well, it's, as this item is not on this agenda, I can't really talk about the specifics, but
wait till Monday,
the
that's fine.
application that they have submitted and the agreement has been vetted by the city, and it is prepared and ready to move forward.
Okay, guess we'll find out on Monday.
Okay. Staff has one thing, and I think pretty much everyone has signed up for the iPad training. So the iPads will be issued at your training, and it's really very helpful, I think, for the commission as well as staff in terms of getting you complete packages of information.
You'll be sending them to the iPad from now on.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys have any questions? If there's nothing else, do we have a motion for adjournment?
Make a motion, we adjourn?
second.
Roll call?
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Mr. Crompton?
Aye.
Mr. Dillon?
Aye.
Ms. Feide?
Aye.
Mr. Mystic?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Roosevelt?
Aye.
Thank you.